name is Anurag Gunjan and welcome to Shadow Photography. So just now you saw a B-roll of Sigma 56mm f1.4 DC DN lens, and this B-roll has been created using my camera Sony A6400 and with my favorite lens Sigma 16mm f1.4 DC DN lens. So in this video, I will talk about Sigma 56mm f1.4 DC DN lens specifically on 3 points. Number 1, size and price. Number 2, where should we use this Sigma 56mm f1.4 DC DN lens. And number 3, my experience after using this Sigma 56mm lens for 3 months. So without further delay, let's start. Number 1, size and price. So you can see the size of this lens right now. I'll show you. See. So right now it will be looking big because I'm using a wider lens. So now I'll compare it with my size of my palm. So you can see how small it is. It is just smaller than a size of a pastry cake. Can you imagine? It's so small. And it is not much heavy. It is very less heavy, I can say you. Anyway, it is very much subjective. It depends on your weight carrying capacity. So yes, this is a very small lens. Even this lens you can put it in your pocket very easily. So talking about the price of this lens cost me around 30k Indian rupee. So when I bought 3 months back, so its cost was around, I think on online it was showing around something like 35 or 32k Indian rupee. So anyway, I bought it offline, so I got it in 30k. So anyway, its price fluctuates somewhere 1000, 2000 up and down, depends on the demand in the market. So it's a very cheap lens compared to the other Sony native lenses in this price range. So its focal length is 56mm on crop sensor. It means it is having 84mm full frame equivalent focal length. So if I'll compare the price of this 56mm lens with the 85mm of Sony lenses of full frame, so that will cost around more than $1,000. So I will say you that this lens is very cheap, and in this price range you will never ever get better than this lens. Now coming to point number 2, use of this Sigma 56mm lens. So this lens you can use for portraits, for wedding, pre-wedding, automotive, event photography. Kind of this photography you can use for it. It is not very much telephoto lens. Anyway, any focal length more than 70 considered as telephoto, but I won't consider it very much as telephoto. It's a prime lens, so 85mm is fine. So it's a very good portrait lens. So its focal length is 56mm, which is 84 or 85mm full frame equivalent. So you know that it compresses the background very well. It compresses the background and creating a buttery smooth bokeh. I am in love with those bokeh. That's why many times I click many photos, many portraits using this lens. Creates buttery smooth bokeh. Coming to point number 3, my experience after using this Sigma lens 56mm for 3 months. Normally I do portraits, street and automotive photography. So I can bet you there's no lens can beat the quality of this Sigma 56mm in its price range. The images come out are take sharp and very crisp. Even if you will zoom the image, you see the sharpness of the image. Even if you do photography, portrait photography, you can see the sharpness in the eyes. Focus of this lens is amazing. So on many review channel you must have watched that they say that its focus is a bit slower than the native Sony lenses. I don't know what should be the speed of autofocus, But when it comes to the autofocus of this lens, I will say that its autofocus is so fast that it takes less than 1 second to focus. So I don't know whether it is faster than Sony native lenses or slower than Sony native lenses. I am fine with its speed and I have never faced any problem with its autofocus. Yes, if you are using this lens in very extremely bad lighting condition, then it may hunt a bit, very rarely that too. Anyway, I use it during low light for photography and videography, and I have never faced any autofocus hunting. So yes, autofocus is really good, very fast. Anyway, its aperture goes till f1.4, so you can imagine the falling on the sensor. So the very good performance during low light. If you have planned to buy this lens, I will suggest you to go blindly to buy this lens, because you will never ever get such a lens in this price range. I can bet you for this. So here was my experience using this 56mm lens, and this is my most favorite lens in my arsenal. If you find this video useful, hit the like button and help me out by hitting subscribe. So now time to go. So without further much fun, I will see you in the next one.